Welcome to Moonstone Update. I'm Mark BECHARD, the Managing Editor of Moonstone Publications. Here's a look at some of the stories we covered over the past week. But first, please hit the subscribe button below and share this video with your friends and colleagues. The budget is unlikely to leave most consumers better off, despite the adjustments to the income tax brackets and the decision not to increase the fuel levies. This relief will largely be cancelled out by higher inflation and interest rates. We provide a breakdown of Wednesday's announcements that will affect individual taxpayers and consumers. One of the budget's policy proposals is to harmonise the offshore limit for all insurance, retirement and savings funds. It seems this will enable retirement funds to invest up to 45% offshore, including the 10% allowance for investments into other African countries. From March or April, tax will be withheld on annuities at the fixed PAYE rate. This is in terms of directives issued by SARS this month. The move will particularly affect pensioners who receive more than one annuity from different administrators. PAYE on remuneration will now take into account all annuity streams, and it is likely to push the pensioner into a higher marginal tax bracket. Living Hand's Umbrella Trust's civil case against Old Mutual Unit Trust managers got underway this week. Living Hand says Old Mutual handed over more than R1 billion to the Fidentia-controlled Matco when it had reason to believe that the trust had come under the control of individuals who might not act in the best interests of the beneficiaries. Old Mutual says it cannot be held responsible for the financial losses caused by Fidentia's mismanagement and looting. A High Court judge has taken attorneys to task for cutting corners when approaching the courts when the reserve price is not achieved at a foreclosure sale. Judge Denise Fisher said it was commonly assumed that after the first sale in execution fails, the process no longer requires input from the homeowner. She said this approach was inconsistent with the spirit of Rule 46A, which aims to protect debtors by ensuring that homes are not sold in execution for prices that are not market-related. The Prudential Authority is seeking to remove Yashoda Ram as the provisional curator of 360 Life on the grounds that her qualifications were misrepresented in the PA's original interim curatorship application. 360 Life was placed under provisional curatorship in December last year, following an application by the PA which said the underwriter of life and funeral policies had failed to maintain the minimum capital and solvency requirements. Ram disputes the authority's claims, which resulted in accounting firm BDO suspending her as head of actuarial services. Furthermore, Ram says in her curator's report there are reasons to believe that 360 Life should not have been placed under curatorship. Anyone who is unhappy with a decision by a financial services regulator or ombud can take their case to the Financial Services Tribunal. But how should an application for reconsideration be submitted, and what supporting documentation is required? Our columnist Paul Kruger answers these questions and many others in his guide to the Tribunal's rules. That's all we have for this week. You can read these stories and many more on our website, moonstone.co.za. Until next time, here's wishing you all the best from the team at Moonstone Information Refinery.